Wednesday's Times is going heavy on the cabinet reshuffle. Who would have guessed just a couple of weeks ago that Boris had another reshuffle in him? It looked like he was going to be shuffled out, but instead now he's shuffling the deck himself.
This is Boris just desperately clinging on. He's trying to get the right of the party on side. And
is that your analysis, or has the Times said that?
That's the Times, but the Times said that. But I think it's pretty obvious that he's trying to just keep basically anybody who hasn't said anything nasty about him in the last few weeks has got a promotion.
Yeah. Right.
That seems to be what's happened. So, Jacob Rees-Mogg is now the minister in charge of Brexit opportunities.
And Jacob Rees-Mogg, he was the one, I mean, apart from all the other things he's famous for, but most recently he said, he sort of warned that if they did kick Boris out, that would trigger not just a leadership, well, it would certainly have to trigger one of those, otherwise they were wandering around like a headless chicken, but a general election, a sort of warning that there might be hurricanes and volcanoes.
Anything desperate. But I mean, there is appointing him as the Brexit opportunity, that's like someone sort of breaking a vase, and now he's been made the vase gluing opportunities minister.
Yes, but no, I think it's good, isn't it, that they should be somebody who is pro-Brexit, who gets that job? I feel less comfortable about that.
Well, I mean, absolutely. Johnson needs to keep the pro-Brexit element of the party on side at this stage. And, with this, as with all reshuffles, the purpose of the reshuffle is for political manoeuvring and to curry political favour. It's interesting, why isn't it that reshuffles are never about just moving the best people to the best jobs? I mean, that really is what they should be about, isn't it?
They should be, except for how many people are left in the Tories who are the best people.
Well,
the best jobs.
Well, I mean,
I certainly wouldn't say. I mean, how desperate are you if you're getting Jacob Rees-Mogg? If you're giving him a promotion, that's how desperate you are.
Not a fan of Jacob Rees-Mogg.
The best people for the best job, you think they should go to the Labour Party? And
the best people for the best job who went to Eton.
That would be that would be quite a reshuffle, to shuffle them all the way to the other side of the House. Yeah. But it's interesting that Bernard Jenkin, who's the Conservative chair of the Commons Liaison Committee, has said explicitly why we need this reset. He says we're looking for a change in the capability and character of the government. And the reason, of course, is Partygate. The reason, of course, is that there is a sense that there is a loss of confidence more generally, and that if you can shake it up, move things around, maybe the public will come on side and forget that, just a week or two ago, everyone was saying Boris's time is over, it's all over. Yeah. But now he can distract it.
With the reshuffle, it's almost a bit like he's rearranged the bedroom furniture and
you're
no longer has to move.
And it's covering the wallpaper.
So you're looking
I like that he's installed.
There's
a chap called Mark Spencer, who I think is the new leader of the House. I don't know how perhaps I should have been aware of him before, but that's a really solidly Middle England name, isn't it? Mark.
Is that how you give people
both
opportunity?
Mark and Spencer.
Anybody who's got that, if they sound, then
that, I'm sure, is the reason for the move. That's absolutely, I'm sure, the reason.
No, he looked like a very jolly sort of chap. He's quite stout in a good old-fashioned traditional sort of way, and he's a nice contrast to Jacob Rees-Mogg. So he's proved that there's a diversity of physical form there at least.
But there's Stuart Andrew who's been moved from the Deputy Chief Whip. He's now the 11th Minister for Housing in 12 years.
Wow.
Now housing is one of the biggest crises, certainly for young people.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 ministers in 12 years, and they cannot claim that anybody else is at fault here when it comes to that. And, a lot of people cancelling their Netflix subscriptions to be able to afford houses at the moment. They've got to get